everyone, my name is Suyin and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about REITs, and what REITs are real estate investment trusts. And why I'm bringing you this video today is I was talking to my friend Cass a couple of days ago about REITs and how she's getting started in them. So I thought it was really cool and very doable as like an introductory asset class. I really do believe that everyone should have some REITs in their portfolio of assets because they are really good in terms of gaining dividends, and yeah, they also do appreciate in value or in price over time. So here is the video and let's begin. So REITs really are real estate investment trusts, and what they are is it is a company that buys properties, and what their intention is to rent out these properties to tenants, and they're going to get that rental money, and that is how we get dividends. It generates a positive cash flow for the business, and yeah, they're really good. They are divided into different sectors or different industries. So a REIT can buy property that's in commercial, so things like malls, hotels, or is it retail? Okay, I do get confused. They can buy this kind of properties like malls, office spaces, shop lots, hospital land as well. We also have REITs that specialize in industrial properties like warehousing and distribution centers, so that's pretty exciting as well. So there are heaps of different types of REITs that you can choose from, and if you are a Malaysian, there are about 18 different REITs that we can buy here in Malaysia. So how we buy a REIT is it's kind of like how we buy a stock. It's exactly the same. You purchase it on a stock exchange and you buy it in lots. It's basically like buying a stock. And what happens is that it is so easy to manage because for property, we talked about this a little bit previously, and how it is a bit tedious to own a property where you have to have a down payment and a mortgage loan, and you need to service that loan, and also you need to find tenants, and you need to maintain that property. You need to pay all sorts of things like quick rent, and yeah, so it's a whole lot of things to consider, and it's a huge amount of debt to have on your shoulders. It works for some people, but for me, a good alternative is actually purchasing a REIT. And when you buy a REIT, the company actually chooses what kind of properties that they want to buy. So they're gonna pick the best locations or the properties that are gonna generate good rental yield. And also, they're gonna find you tenants, and they're gonna negotiate good deals with their tenants, whether it is at a high rental yield or whether it's at a long tenure. Tenure just means the duration of the rental agreement. And also, they're gonna be collecting the money from the tenants, so you don't need to worry about that, and they're gonna maintain and manage the building for you. So it is really advantageous because you just purchase it once and you monitor its performance and how the company management is actually providing value and doing a good job at managing the properties. So when you buy a REIT, what you want to look out for is the NAV. NAV stands for net asset value. The NAV is actually an indication of the value of what the business is actually worth in terms of its assets, and you can compare it to the price of the REIT. So they will not exactly match all the time, so you can kind of see whether the price of the REIT is more expensive or is it undervalued as compared to the net asset value that is showcased and that is published on the stock exchange. And you can find all these details on Bursa or on whatever stock exchange that you are part of. It's very easy to find this information. And also, what you want to look out for is gearing when it comes to REITs, because if it's highly geared, that means they took on a lot of debt. You want to make sure that the company is able to service its loans to the bank, and there is like a requirement for it to be under a certain percent. I'm not sure what it was already. I think it's like around 40%. Most REITs target to perform at gearing levels below 40%. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just talking off the top of my head. I guess the last thing is just pay attention to what kind of industry you want to invest in terms of REITs. Some people really like the malls for when they purchase REITs, but if you notice that maybe malls aren't doing as well as they used to before, you might want to consider a different kind of REIT, whether it is hospitals, whether it is industrial, whether it's shop lots and office spaces. So do your research, check it out, and it is quite interesting. So I hope that this has been of value to you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!